Hey everybody, welcome to episode
Hi.
15 of Streamer in the Spotlight. Can't believe we've done 15 weeks already, guys. So today we've got ZFG Gaming, so otherwise known as Zero Fucks Given, and we absolutely love that. Stu has the most infectious laugh, guys, and I guarantee you'll be laughing with him at the end of this podcast. He's an absolutely amazing dude, guys. So can we all welcome in Stu for us, guys? Welcome in, Stu. Thank you for being here, mate. I really appreciate that, buddy.
Hey, everybody. How are you? How is
yeah.
everybody?
We're really good, mate. We're really good. We know you're nervous, so don't worry, guys. We'll look after you, mate. And we've got the amazing panel here. So we've got Taylor, we've got Pinky and Luna.
Right.
So they're all going to grill you a question, Stu. So just be yourself, mate. Enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. And for those in chat, guys, please feel free to interact and ask questions for Stu. Anything you want to ask. Let's try not to be too personal, yeah? But, guys, everyone knows the score. So, Taylor, let's kickstart the show.
Now then, Stu, welcome in, mate.
Thank you.
And 15 shows already, mate. How the hell have we done that, Fleety?
It's gone quickly, mate.
It hasn't it? Right, Stu, so first of all, mate, basically, simple question. What got you into streaming?
Just that I wanted to hang out with people, I think, build my own channel, play what I wanted to play and have people kind of joining that journey.
Love that. Absolutely love that. So it's basically just for you, just to literally meet new people and to broaden out.
Yeah, completely.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Pinky, do you want to carry on from that?
Yeah, so obviously you started up for basically it's a bit of a laugh. But what has been your biggest challenge when you started streaming, or your biggest challenge with streaming in general?
I think learning to interact with chat was bless you.
Bless you.
I was trying to get the mouse straight to the mute button.
Live podcast, people.
Love that. Sorry, Stu. Carry on, pal.
Learning to kind of interact with chat. I used to have kind of chat on my phone towards the side of me. That never worked out, kind of like looking around to look at chat. So I kind of put my potato pickle laptop in kind of front of me and put the camera on top of that so I could have chat in front of me. Learning that at the end of the day, the viewers are nice, but it's not ultimately about the viewers. It's just playing what I play and what I like to play. And if I reach one, maybe two people, that's enough. So yeah, just getting over those hurdles, really. Also having to deal with the occasional toxic person has been quite difficult occasionally, but I've now learned to just kind of block and move on. We're out on the internet. You're going to get quote unquote interesting people.
Yeah.
Very, very well put. Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, that's about it, really.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very amused by the idea of a potato pickle laptop. Just a laptop being run by potato power.
It was because I said in my chat the other night, and one of my viewers commented, I said I've got a potato laptop, and one psychotic MF turned around and said, when I said it's a 4 gig of RAM, he said, bloody hell, that's not a potato, that's a pickle.
Love that. Absolutely love that. That's brilliant. Luna, do you want to carry on?
Yeah. What's your best advice for someone starting out streaming?
Be yourself. It's your channel at the end of the day. The one ultimate thing really for you or anybody is just don't be a douche. Be kind of honest with people, but in the same respects, don't, just because you're trying to build viewers, don't bend yourself around others. It's your channel at the end of the day, and people are there hopefully to see you.
Love that. Love that. Very valid points. Taylor.
Yeah. So obviously one of the games you stream, Stu, I see a lot of you streaming, is Warframe.
Yeah.
What made you want to sort of like stream that a lot, really?
It's a game that I've played since about 2017 with breaks in between. It's a game that I've clicked with. It's generally an awesome community. And I suppose with the help from others, Fated to Perish and Spandex 95, lots of other people, I've kind of built a community around Warframe. And it's great. It's a great feeling.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
Very nice.
So the question I want to ask just before I get Pinky involved is, in terms of the community from the game, from Warframe itself. So would you genuinely say you've actually made some genuine friends from Warframe and streaming?
Definitely.
I think that's what we all strive for, to do that, and I think that's amazing you have, to be honest. Pinky, have you got a question?
Yeah, so on the back of Warframe, that's the game that you've played the most, but there are a few other games that I have seen you play. So I'm going to bring up Sarah's comment. So I'm going to go into Fall Guys, which is how I first was introduced to you as a streamer. Something about a glitch. What's going on here?
And this is it, guys. This is the Stu laugh, and I guarantee it'll be infectious, and you'll love it. This is what we've been waiting for.
Oh my gosh!
Laugh.
I had a feeling this was going to come up as well. Yeah. So one night, was it a Friday night, Saturday night? I don't know. The night's irrelevant. One night, obviously after work, a few beers gone. Walking along. I think I must have got to the halfway point, and then for some unknown reason actually turned around and started going the other way. I kind of saw like the checkered end, and I was like over the end, and I wasn't qualifying, and I was like, what the fuck? The game's crashed. The game's lagged out. I can't cross. It won't let me finish. And everybody was pissing themselves in chat. And Sarah was like, "You're going the wrong way." Obviously, I didn't see that at the time.
So you end up going the completely wrong way, but just where you were like a little out of it, or where they had chat, you just didn't notice you were the completely wrong end.
Just like completely distracted. I love Fall Guys, but I don't think it's a great game to stream because you're so intently focused on the action that you miss a lot of chat. And
Yeah.
one thing I like is vibing with my chat. And I think if you're playing that kind of game, you can't see messages and you can't chat to people. So I think I've kind of like knocked that off now as streaming. Not to mention the dreaded Fall Guy curse where it just kind of like breaks down and your whole stream breaks.
Yes, I do remember. I think you had a big old problem with that at the beginning of your streams, trying to get it to run like smoothly.
And as did Boomer, Lost Boomer the other week as well, another awesome person. He had a moment just like where the whole stream broke down and chat kind of started lagging out and he had to close the stream.
Oh, bless him. It's a challenge of a streamer. There's going to be some sort of technical issue.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a technical issue, are you a streamer?
Exactly. And that probably goes back to what one of the questions earlier. What are the issues that you can face as a new streamer? And it's just, if you get a technical issue, as hard as it is, you've just got to roll with it and just kind of just brush it off. It happens. People understand, that the real people understand.
And the right people will be there.
Yeah, completely.
Absolutely love that. Luna, you're up.
Yeah, so going on about what would you say is as a streamer is your biggest strength and weakness, and is there anything you feel you could improve on as a streamer? Interesting
question. I think my strength is definitely that I'm an outgoing person, that I'm able to vibe with people. My strength is probably that, and the fact that I'm able to laugh and joke and just have a good time. And probably my weakness would be that, like others, like Sarah's Crazy World and lots of other people, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And this morning's chat, without wanting to turn to negative things, but let's face it, life isn't 100% rosy all of the time. I had somebody come into my chat that was quite negative towards somebody else. Fine one moment, switch the next, and I just block straight away. I'm not going to have that in my chat. And as much as it's not my fault, it still impacted me, and I still felt my emotion just change.
Yeah, you're still responsible for it as the streamer, regardless of whether you have any power or control over it. You still feel responsible for the people in your chat and taking care of them.
Exactly.
Love that, taking ownership. Taylor.
Yeah. So going like sort of like continuing on with like, I don't mean to be negative either myself, but still, you said obviously about having trolls and things like that in your streams. How do you deal with that? Like, if you don't want to block them, do you know what I mean? Or is it just a straight block, or are you willing to just let it slide? And
I'm not. Sorry, mate. I don't want to interrupt. Was you finished?
Yeah. No, I'll finish. Yeah.
So I think by and large, it is a one strike thing now. I'm not. I've got on my Twitter profile and have since I've had it pretty much that I'm not going to engage trolls. I'm responsible for my own emotions. I'm not responsible for somebody else's. Just because I'm there streaming, it doesn't mean that I'm going to take on everybody else's problems, because I've got my own problems. And unless I save a little tiny bit of emotion for myself, I'm wiped out.
Yeah.
So I'm at the end of the day not going to deal with that negative emotion. Just go somewhere else. If you've got a problem with me being gay, that's your problem, not my problem.
Can I think it has, like, obviously being gay, how's that affecting you on Twitch? Is that, people coming in and
it's generally not. It's just the occasional douche that you need to deal with. But then, like I said, like a guy again the other night, or whoever it was, guy, woman, they, whatever, all the pronouns, said gay, and then like lots of sick emojis, and I just went block, and just like as a joke to try and break the tension, kind of went, Misa thinks you is so crazy. Like, kind of like gave it like a really stupid, like fucking response.
Love that. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
So that's the best way to respond.
It's their problem, not mine. But as much as I was able to respond that way the other night, because I'd had a few beers, this morning's stream, obviously, I was completely sober. So I think dealing with negative emotions sometimes is easier when you've had a few glasses of wine or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect you as personally, because you can sort of go, well, that's not my problem.
Yeah, you can just kind of brush it off. But I suppose when you're sober, you're, I don't know, maybe you're like your defenses are more down or something. I don't know. I'm a secretary, not a psychologist.
Love it. Love it.
I love that.
Great description. Pinky, have you got a question for Stu? Or do you want to
Yeah, I
elaborate
do.
more on that?
So actually, it is kind of on the back of that. So obviously, I love your take on things. It's very refreshing to hear someone just go, "Not my problem." But how do you deal with those who come to you personally with their own issues that they would like your help and advice on? Because that's something as streamers that we do get occasionally. And you've said it yourself, we've all got our own issues. You try and handle it the best way you can. But how do you handle it? Thanks.
It depends what kind of issue it is, I suppose. As I said, I'm not a psychologist, so if it was something really deep and I couldn't offer advice, I'd probably say I'm here for you. However, pardon me, I'm not a professional.
Yeah.
Perhaps for this issue, you should seek professional help, or there are Samaritans there. However, if it was something like a friend had an argument with their boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, then I'd probably offer advice and say, well, what was it about? And if my friend was in the wrong, I would say, well, actually, I understand where you're coming from, but in this case, I think you're wrong. Just because you're friends with somebody, it doesn't mean that you need to be a yes friend. I don't think yes friends are any good. If you fuck up, then you need for your mate to say, actually, do you know what, Stu, you fucked up there.
Of course. Yep, love that. Luna.
Yeah, what's next for your channel? Any special streams planned? For example, anniversary, birthday, Christmas, cosplay, You name it.
Or for Vin,
funny.
hot tub. Boys.
No, I think I would lose my viewers at that point.
You'd be surprised.
I'd be on Neil Poir at that point. Obviously, not obviously. I've got 1 week left of work and I'm off for a week. Much like all of us, much like Sarah's experience lately. When you work, it's difficult to fit streams in. I work Monday to Friday. I get home, I'm too knackered. I maybe stream 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, 4 at the weekend. So, but when I'm off, I'm going to be doing a few longer streams, maybe play a few more games. Even though that leaves me with a little bit of anxiety as well, because I'm worried that if I play other games and break away from Warframe, that I'm not going to have the same following, perhaps. And like I said, viewers aren't the be all and end all, but at the end of the day, they're nice. It's nice when you're sitting there and you've got people with you and you're vibing and.
Yeah, you're having a conversation with them in chat. You get the same people coming back and something that you can mutually have a conversation about.
Yeah.
But conversely, depending on what games you went for, you could potentially get new and different people to talk to. So there'll be strengths and weaknesses either way.
Completely.
Love that. Luna, you've just asked that question, haven't you?
Yeah. I was just about to say that. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, your real friends and your real followers will go with you with whatever game that you play. I promise you that.
Yeah,
so it don't matter what you're playing; they'll just come and watch you.
It's about you, Stu. It's about you, pal.
In response to that, Luna, and just in general, I think because I've only been affiliated since July of this year, I haven't been going as long as others. So I think obviously the longer you go, the more of a loyal following you build up.
Yep.
My channel has now just started growing, so it's not like I'm playing new games a year after streaming. Do you know? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I totally get you. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Stu, like obviously every streamer has quiet times in the streams. You know, 1 minute you're thriving, the next minute you're not, and then again, you know, it picks up again. It's, you know, I've been there, you know, and I've had like 30, 40 people in my streams, and then I've had streams where I've had like maybe 5 people in my stream. It slows and it speeds up, and it slows and it speeds up. It's just the way streaming is. It doesn't matter what game, like Luna says, mate. People will be there, your followers anyway. You know, they'll be there for you, not for the games you play, but for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
That's your loyal follower in there. You will pick people up along the way as you do.
Yeah.
No. And you'll lose people as well. Conversely, people will lose interest in what you're doing. But I do want to ask a question on the back of that one. Sorry to butt into anyone, but you said you were looking at doing other games over the next week or so. Have you got any that you want to share? Anything we could get hyped about?
I really want to break into, and I say break into, I've played it a little, but only to the point that I've just got the sword. I really want to play Tunic on stream.
Oh, really?
I absolutely fell in love with that game at Games Preview or whatever it was when we got the demo. So hyped for it for years. It was pushed back, which I completely agree with, because if the game's not ready, it shouldn't be released.
Amen
and
to that.
I love it. I've always loved Zelda as well, and it's got a very Zelda-esque vibe to it. So yeah, that would be something nice to get stuck into.
That'd be a really cool thing to see on stream. I don't think I've ever seen anyone stream it.
To be fair, I'd look forward to that.
There you go, Stu. There you go, Stu. Did you get to ask a question? Sorry, mate. I had to literally dash for like 30 seconds.
I didn't ask the question. No, I sort of just went on a rant. All right, so going off the back of Luna's question about obviously future plans, what's been your greatest achievement so far? You can't say getting affiliated.
No, I quite honestly, I think it's building the community and the followers that I've already built. I don't know. I think I'm at not even. I think I'm at like 374 at the moment.
That's bloody good for only since July.
Yes.
I just want to say that's really, really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the community that I've already built up, again going back to Psychotic, one of the kind of viewers, awesome dude. I kind of like going live. There were like 5 people in my kind of chat already. And I was like, wow, like not even 5 minutes into my chat. And he was like, are you kidding? Like I saw the live notification. And I was like, yes, view. And I was like, that's awesome. Do you know what I mean? The fact that people choose to spend their free time watching you, I think is the greatest compliment, really.
Yeah.
Not just watching you, mate, interacting with you, pal.
Exactly.
That's the key thing, interacting with you there, buddy. Pinky.
I was debating because I had the question that Tate had. He's just thrown it out and it's blatantly thrown me. So I think I'll go with the one that I like to ask because this is the bit that's quite exciting. We talked about the games you've got coming up. But do you have any side projects you're working on? Anything that, like, for example, this podcast, anything a little bit outside of your streaming that you want to try and dabble into, or any ideas for a side project you're doing?
I would love to one day start a pod. But I'm not too sure if I need to leave that for a future date. I'm not too sure if you need more of a following, more of a presence. I don't really have much of a presence on YouTube right now. Somebody said, and although I don't have the tech at the moment, but somebody said the moment you start putting curated videos on YouTube, i.e. edited, voiced over, that is the moment that I'll follow. But all of the time that you're transferring VOD from Twitch straight over to YouTube after 24 hours, because Twitch, if you're an affiliate, own your ass for 24 hours. It's quite an interesting point. Then that I won't follow you. But the moment you start putting out curated material, that's the moment that I'll follow. So I don't think that Twitch is something. Oh, sorry, I don't think, getting tongue tied now. I don't think YouTube is the right time at the moment. I think playing more games and perhaps doing a 24-hour, if I could possibly do that, is quite a big aspiration.
Considering you managed 20 hours before, I think that would be a huge achievement if you could do the 24. And next time, please don't ask me to do it. I'll just take the pizza.
I'm laughing at that because I remember going in at like 3:00 in the morning, and it was just Stu on his own. And, Sarah and obviously Ninja was asleep, and he was like, "I'm gonna fart on Ninja's head." You know, I was like, "Yeah, go fart on her head." And Sarah came out, and she's like, "All right, Stu, is that Tater in there? All right, Tater." And then it was like, "Have you farted?" And I still to this day, like, I think about that, and it honestly tickles me. It was like, "Yeah, it's done it."
It was like chemical warfare, mate.
Love it.
That is one of the fondest memories I've got of you, Stu.
So for those in chat, guys, so last episode Sarah mentioned about her charity stream. Stu and Pink Ninja Bunny helped Sarah with her charity stream, and Stu at one point was
Mel,
sorry, apologies.
No.
And Stu was holding the fort on his own for a little while and was entertaining the masses with chemical warfare, as you've just heard.
And getting 1 crown when everybody was asleep. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't really want to fucking go for it. And Tater and Reva 117 were like, fuck that, you should get the pots and pans. Like, yeah, I got a fucking crown. I was too nice for that, though.
Love it. Luna, follow on from that.
Yeah. So, I've got a question that I've not asked before, but I think it's quite interesting. So, what are you hoping to see when you go into somebody else's stream? What are you hoping to see, like interaction-wise? Or
interesting. Definitely what you started with, vibing with their chat. Not. I mean, like I said, we all get stuck into games, but pardon me, there's a difference between having maybe 5 seconds where you're not viewing chat, or 10, but then when you're going 3 minutes, 4 minutes without that streamer having seen your message, like just hi, how you going, I'm not really going to watch that person. Somebody that's inclusive, somebody that's fun, somebody that's respectful. Do you know what I mean? Everything that a streamer should be. Like I said, people are there watching you, hopefully. So at least you can vibe with them and
Yep.
and be a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Have you got anyone in particular that you would consider to be that inspiration? Someone who does that for you, that you
Yeah.
kind of you went
Yeah.
into their chat and went, "This is what I want to be." Have you got anyone like that?
Yeah, Sarah's Crazy World
Yeah.
Oh,
and Lost Boomer when he
Mhm.
can. He's gotten a lot better, to be honest with you. He's
Yeah.
now got a table and he's got his kind of tablet in front of him, so he's able to
Mm.
see chat.
He used to have the same problem
Um,
as you, having to look sideways at his chat.
Yeah, definitely. And now he's got it all kind of in front of him. He's written loads of commands. He's really vibing with his chat. Lost Flipper and his wife and mod One Throne, completely awesome. Questions, completely vibing with their chat. Yeah, just there are and so many more. Like if I sat here and listed all of the amazing people, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, podcast
So-
be over. No, don't do
That's
that. We got loads more to ask you yet. We got loads more.
So if I've
Taylor-
not mentioned you, I apologise. Sorry, Fleety.
Don't worry, mate. Taylor, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, just what boils your blood about streaming? Like,
Like I said, the negativity that you get from some people, and it is few and far between, but just because it's few and far between, it doesn't make it any less shitty. It's just, I don't, and lots of people have said it, I don't understand why people spend their free time stirring shit. I just,
Mm.
yeah,
I don't get it. It's completely unnecessary. There is so much shit going on in the world right now, and then you've got people doing ridiculous bullshit like that. It just doesn't make
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, agreed, mate. Agreed. So Pinky, you're up, but I'm going to request that we start
Yep.
getting a bit more personal with Stu now.
I
Let's
was
get
literally thinking
dive.
that.
Let's dive into
Let's
Stu's
get
world.
personal.
There we go.
So I'll go gateway. We'll go personal, but also keep it gaming related.
Yeah.
What was the game that started your love of gaming? What was the first game you ever remember going, I freaking love this?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one.
Mhm.
I would probably say, Spy versus Spy on the Sega Master System.
oh,
Oh wow!
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard of that one before.
That
So
game
young,
was
Pinky.
absolutely fucking amazing. So basic,
shout.
but so great.
Okay. Yeah. Love
What was
that.
it about it that you liked? So what was it about it that made it so exciting to you?
The funness of it was kind of like you having to catch another spy, and it was like going in and out of doors and setting traps and bombs. It was just really fun.
Really
Okay.
But looking back, obviously so basic.
They're never as good as you remember them being when you look back on them now.
No,
But at the time,
no.
they had that little special place in your soul.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Luna, got questions?
I'm aware that you're a fan of the Witcher games. Have you
Mhm.
watched the series on Netflix or read the books?
I have not read the books. I have seen the series.
Nice.
What's your opinion on the series, Stu?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Henry Cavill, so I'm sold.
Same here, same here.
Do
High
you know
five.
about the change? That
He's changing, isn't it?
Henry Cavill's not coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've not heard of that. See, this is the
Yeah,
thing
it's
I
crazy.
hate, and I'm obviously not saying, but just in general, like, as much as I love Warframe without wanting to go back to Warframe, DE Digital Extremes obviously do their dev streams and things, and I don't often watch because I don't like spoilers kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Like reading through Twitter today, I saw like a Stranger Things post, and it was like, oh, that's cool, but I really wish I hadn't have seen that kind of thing. So I might need to mute Stranger Things now.
Oh,
Like the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
season isn't until 24, and they're already
I
giving
know.
like hints. It's like, fuck off.
yeah, go away. Go away.
Stop
I
doing
had,
it.
I, had
Raoul.
that, I had to do that with the Walking Dead stream, mate. They had The
Mm.
Walking Dead was just Universal, but they forgot UK didn't get it for 24 hours. So they're like, "What did you think of this episode? What did you think of this that happened?" And we're like, "We haven't seen it yet, you bastards. What are you doing? What have you done? You wankers! Fuck's sake!" Yeah, Taylor, ask a question, pal.
yeah, no. I know they're saying about gaming, but I want to know more personal, Stu. Like life.
Mhm.
What was it like growing up, mate? What was baby Stuart like?
Wowzers. Oh, cardinal sin. Never call me Stuart Tater. You know that already.
Do you know what? I remember you saying that
apologise,
once to someone. I just thought I'll say it and just see if he clicks on.
I love the delay as well. It was like,
mate.
wait.
Instantly.
Get blocked.
Oh
Don't
my
worry, don't worry.
gosh.
Stu, I got you back, mate. I got you back.
Emotional
We're
damage.
just mute Tate for a minute. There we go. Tate is muted, all right? Don't worry. All right? Okay, he's on a timeout. But no, so if you haven't answered that question, Stu, it's quite a good one.
No. I'm prepared for that. That's fine. Generally, it was good. I didn't have much friends growing up. I was a bit of a loner. I pretty much had one special friend all out, kind of like primary, because I lived around the corner from primary school. Junior school was next door to that, and then not far from my seniors. So I literally had, and my mate was close to me, obviously, one mate through the house, like the whole of school. Yeah, it was all right. I didn't like school. I'm not promoting it, obviously, but I used to truant kind of a lot until my mum found out and kicked my ass and told me to get back to school. I used to wait for my mum to go back to work, hide around the corner, see her go, and then like let myself back into the house and sit there and play video games all day.
Love it. Love it.
So I didn't really enjoy school that much. Coming out, like, what would it have been? 89, because I was born in 79. Coming out 96, 97 was quite hard. It was getting a lot better then, but that was quite hard growing up gay.
Still wasn't very accepted even in those days.
Was it?
No, I had quite an awful experience with somebody once, but yeah, that's been and gone now. So I think as much as you can acknowledge the shit times, I don't think you should dwell upon it. Like, the past is the past.
Acknowledge them and move on from them, so to speak, which is a very healthy way of dealing with it, because some of us get stuck in the bad times or the down cycles, that we forget that there are good times and have been good times.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if you break up with an ex, you feel shit about breaking up, but there are all of these amazing times that you wouldn't have had unless you were together. So
yeah. And also knowing that just because you had that experience with them doesn't necessarily mean that can tarnish your entire relationship with them. It's possible to have good and bad with them.
Yeah, of course. And just because you experience one thing with one person, it doesn't mean that the next person is going to act the same or feel the same.
So I want to ask a question about schooling there, because obviously you touched upon the fact that you didn't like it. Was there anything that you did like about school? Or did you have any subjects you excelled in or enjoyed more than any other? Or was it just a flat out, I don't care a shit about any of this?
I like drama, go figure. without wanting to stereotype. I don't know. I think more than anything, I just enjoyed, as much as I had one true friend, just like hanging out with people, and just like one thing about me is that I never know when to shut up sometimes, and just like kind of being like the class clown almost. I remember an experience when I was sitting in class and I was just kind of like sitting there doing this impression of this teacher. And I was going on, and my mate Tommy was like, Stu, and I was just going on and on and on. He was like, Stu, and I went, what? And he like looked at me, and I went, she's right behind me, isn't she? And, like, and she walked in, and she was like, I heard every word of that, and I was like, oh my gosh, shoot me now.
Oh, I love that.
Getting in trouble again.
It's like that age-old pantomime joke, isn't it? He's behind you.
Yeah, completely. And she fucking
Love
was.
That. Absolutely love that. Luna, do you mind if I just interject with a question? Is that okay before I move on? Stu, I'm going to ask you one, mate. That I know that you're very comfortable with your sexuality. I love the fact that you're very open and honest about it. Absolutely fantastic. I've recently had a family member come out as gay. My cousin come out as gay. We're really proud of him. is there any advice you can give for anybody that may be watching this in the near future? Any advice that you can give them to make them feel a bit more comfortable if they feel that they're ready to step out and say that they're gay?
Wow, thank you. I would probably say if you're gay or you think you're gay, there's nothing wrong with you. I genuinely and generally think that if you're gay, you're born gay. Hopefully your parents will accept you. There are hopefully people out there for you if it does go badly. And just know that you're awesome and you're loved. Just because you may be gay or bi, it doesn't change who you are. It's a part of you.
Love that, mate. Love that. Sorry, a little bit of a difficult question, but I just know that for someone that's really open, and I think that's probably the biggest, the greatest part about you, mate, is that you don't give a shit about it. And your gamer tag represents that as well, mate. And I think power to you. And if you can help even one person, mate, with that, I think that's absolutely fantastic. So I had to ask the question, pal, because there are people that probably will take good advice from that, mate. Luna, you are up.
So I didn't want to go after that because I want to talk about when you came out and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to talk about. Well, I'll talk about with my next question that I've got in my head now. So you've got a cat, I've been told. So do you want to talk to me about your pet? Have you had any other pets that you want to talk about? Have you got any plans to get other pets?
No, I've lived here. I moved in. I think I moved in February 2009. And then about 4 years after, I think, I work at King's College. In Denmark Hill, King's College Hospital, not London, as a secretary, as I said. And on the intranet, there was this ad for Carly. Pardon me, she was wrapped in like this towel. And the woman that had two dogs. Carly got on extremely well with the dogs. She, in fact, used to sleep with them, apparently.
Oh.
But she also had, I know, right? She also had, i.e. the woman, had another cat and cats are obviously very territorial. So she was quite kind of aggroed with Carly, and she would like kind of make her feel bad and things, I suppose. She's also got one eye because she had a detached retina when she was younger.
Oh, bless.
And obviously dogs bark. So every time the dogs would bark, Carly would kind of like hide under the sofa. So the woman just really didn't feel, as much as it like ached her to give her up, she didn't feel it was the best place for her. So she put her online, and I ended up, I say adopting her, which I don't know, in a way I suppose I did, but I rehomed her, more to the point, and I love her to bits. But no, she is my only one, and she's very gorgeous, but she can be quite emotionally demanding sometimes, and just kind of like wants to be in my arms.
Oh,
I love that.
Obviously, there's not much you can do like when you're holding a cat. I suppose it's like when you're holding a baby, just not as intensive.
How old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
When I got her, she was 5, so she's probably 10 or 11 now, I think.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, okay.
Where is she?
Yeah.
Can we see her?
She's under a blanket at the moment. Callie.
oh, it's disturbing
Joe's
enough.
gonna get his hands chewed
on.
off.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh,
Small.
Oh, she's so
No.
cute.
oh, Lord, she loves you. Can hear her purring.
Well, it's good thing you don't need to use your hands for this podcast. There we go. We now have a kitten on the string, guys. We have a kitty. There we go. I love that.
There you go. It's just come.
Taylor, I'm just going to interject, mate. I've just got a quick question from the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
So, question for you, Stu. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would you have and why?
I think as much as I loved having Carly, if I had the room, like I would probably have a dog, because dogs, when you get home from work, dogs just like hello, how are you? Play with me. And cats are just like, yeah.
You can have my dog if you want, Stu.
I've got first dibs on your dog. No, I've got first dibs.
So yeah, I'd probably have a dog. Like when I retire, one good thing about the NHS is it's apparently one of the best pensions out there. So hopefully, when I retire, I can move north and get a decent garden and then get a dog as well.
Love that.
Oh, that'd be
Love
good
that
one.
addition. That's brilliant. Taylor, you are up, mate. Sorry for jumping
Yeah.
on there for the chat.
No, all the time. Well, I was going to ask about your job, Stu, but now I want to know what's your sort of favorite dog. What dog would you like?
Fair enough. I don't like. I'm sorry if this offends anybody. Maybe now or after the fact. I don't like yappy dogs. I don't like. Generally, don't like fucking like chihuahuas. Ugh.
You mean them things that sit there, yap and fucking shake?
Oh my gosh, mate! They're like fucking rats on steroids.
You know, right?
I call them.
I know they take everything on, don't they?
They're like little ankle biters. That's what I call them.
Yeah, or Jack Terriers. Although terriers can be nice, like or Jack Russells. Sorry, Jack Russells can be bastards as well. They can be little yappy bastards.
They can.
I like going back to what you were saying and asked. I like Staffies. Staffies are probably like my smallest dogs that I like. They've just got like they're so good natured and they just kind of like they properly smile. I like Alsatians. Alsatians are amazing.
Labradors? Labradors?
Yeah.
Oscar, pack your stuff, you're off. Bye.
No, Fleety's got
Hey, come to me, mate. He's coming to me. He's a good boy. Pinky, you're up.
So I apologize for this in advance, but I've been trying to place what or who you look like to me, and I finally put two and two together, which is why I sniggered at one point. So I apologize in advance, but for anyone that understands, you look like Alan Tudyk.
Oh. Whoa, what?
Who? Alan who?
Do you guys not? Has anyone seen Firefly or Serenity? The film Serenity.
Okay,
No?
yeah.
Yeah, Wash. You look a little bit like Wash. I think I might just insult you personally, but I've been trying to figure it out. So I apologize because it was during quite a deep moment. I sniggered. I thought, no, I need to say it.
When I was younger, I always used to get Will Young, but I think I've put on weight since then.
Oh, do you know what? No, you say it.
Fuck off.
I was going to disagree and be like, yeah, it's fine. So there's one from chat that I'm going to use because I have to admit it's something that's quite interesting to me because everyone has different things that they find frightening.
Yeah.
Do you have any phobias or any irrational fears?
Yeah, definitely. I don't like spiders.
Spiders.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, amazingly, just like an interesting point, I don't think I remember being way back when with my sister. I used to like go into the garden and catch spiders and hold them in my hand and go up to my sister and go, I've got a spider. And she'd be like, no, Stu! And I just like wet myself laughing. It's no wonder why she hates me, huh?
Stu, I just want to stop you for 2 seconds, just for 2 seconds. So this is what Pinky meant. This is what they're saying Stu looks like. All right, okay.
Can you see it? I'm not just looking stupid, am I?
I haven't got the chin anymore, really.
I don't see it.
I need to lose weight.
No,
I do kind of see it, yeah.
Okay.
Will Young, I can see. I see Will Young. But...
Oh, really? Fucking hell, I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm sorry to try
to better leave right now.
I love that.
Nice voice, by the way.
Thank you.
Luna, save the conversation, Luna. Save us.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I wanted to go back. I wanted to ask you a few questions about Witcher, to be honest, because I'm a big fan of the series and the game. So, when you have you played all the games first off?
I have not. I played 2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah, like me. I didn't play the first one. Is there anything that you got you into The Witcher? Was it like the setting? Is there any reason why you saw it?
The setting and the fact that it was #adult, #18 only, or maybe 17 or something. I don't know. Obviously, again, I yeah, I don't have kids.
Was
but
it
then-
Geralt in the bathtub by any chance?
Yeah, that helped. That helped. Also, was it Eskiel was quite hot
Oh,
as
yes,
well?
yeah.
See, normally it's the
Um,
Yennefer and Triss debate, right? But this is interesting. Now we got Geralt Eskill. There we go. Interesting. Okay. I like it. I like it.
And just the humor as well. And also that you had moments. Okay, so to digress, I suppose, but to come back really quickly, I don't often replay games because it's kind of like reading a book. You kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's no
Yeah.
surprise there. But when I first played The Witchers, it was kind of like the moments of dialogue where you had like 20 seconds to respond or something like that. And it was something really difficult. And you was like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that was quite good.
Love that. Love that. And we are back to Taylor.
All right. Well, I'll stick with the Witcher theme since that's where we went. What's your favourite song from the Witcher series?
Gosh, song, that's quite hard because I don't know. I could give, that's quite hard. No, I'm going to have to pass on that one, I'm afraid, Taylor.
Good question.
As much as it's a very good question. As much as I love The Witcher, I haven't got as invested in the soundtrack as maybe other games.
To be fair, there is some really good songs
Yeah.
from the TV series, to be fair.
Yeah.
Catchy ones.
Yeah, definitely. Pinky?
Well, actually, keeping on the subject of soundtracks, because music and soundtracks are my thing. What game, in your opinion, has the best soundtrack, or what game soundtrack can you listen to over and over again?
A lot of, surprisingly, Warframe. Unsurprisingly, I should say. Some of the tracks in that, especially considering it's a free-to-play game. I'm sorry, people. I hate to be a one-trick pony, and I hate to keep going back to Warframe.
No, not a problem, mate.
If it's your interest, it's your interest. I don't shut up about Pokemon, so don't you apologize for that.
So many of the songs, and I think it is all on Spotify as well. Like We All Live Together, like curated, emotional, positive, sometimes negative tracks, depending on what kind of quest it is or something. Like, oh god, Sisters of Parvos, like they've got this whole sea shanty kind of vibe going on, and there's like so many layered voices and effects, and all of this effort takes time for these companies and these developers, and I don't think some people appreciate just the effort that goes into some games.
Yeah. And the impact that a really well curated soundtrack can have in changing the game from mediocre to, oh my god, I'm so invested right now.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking OST, that even includes effects and things. Like I replayed Chains of Harrow recently for Halloween. And there's this moment where this character says, rap, tap, tap. And it sends chills down my spine, even now, kind of years later, replaying it, knowing full well what it's going to say. It's just having that,
Cool.
provoking that kind of reaction over somebody, I think is amazing.
Yeah, like that. Luna?
Very well answered.
Yeah. Earlier, when you were playing Warframe, I saw something about like flowers on like a memorial thing. What was that all about? And is there any like special significance in the game?
Yes. So again, oh my gosh, I sound like an I'm on commission with Digital Extremes. I'm not, I promise. Kind of wish I was, but I'm not. So years later, they've added things to the game. Every update they add things. I've played it for 4+ years, but since that time it's evolved so much. They've since added a helmet system. Each Warframe has 4 different powers. If there's one power that you're not too invested with, you can actually subsume a normal Warframe, which means that the Helminth would draw it in and basically draw in its power. So every single one of those flowers represents a different subsumed Warframe.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's different. I wondered what it was about because you were saying, "Oh, the flowers." I'm like, "Oh, I wonder what that is." I better ask
Yeah.
that.
What's it mean?
Yeah, so you can take a power off one Warframe and then give it to another, which is quite cool.
That is
Have you
quite
got-
cool.
Have you got a special? Oh, I'm asking you a question. I'll ask you.
No,
later.
no, keep going.
Look, if you
Have
wanna-
you got any special
We're on the subject.
loadouts? Like, what's your favorite Warframe loadout?
What's my favorite Warframe? Probably Rhino. I would say I'm a Rhino main. The skin for him is amazing. His power set is amazing. There are so many different Warframes though. There are like 50 different Warframes now with the
Wow.
51st on the
Wow.
way.
Wow.
So there are just obviously certain situations, although all Warframes are viable, certain
Mhm.
situations kind of dictate a certain kind of Warframe, maybe.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Going into chat, guys. Got a quick question from Ebbs. So, what is the worst game you've ever played? So, ever played, Stu? Ever played? There's got to be a game.
Ever
you've gone, "Nah,
played?
fuck this,
Oh
I'll put
my
it down."
gosh. Fuck, Ebbs, that's hard. Thank you though.
Don't
Worst
say it.
game
Don't say it. Don't say
I've
it.
Giggity. I'll
ever
say it.
played. Oh gosh, putting me on the spot, I would say, oh, the pain. I would say, oh gosh,
You can
I
hear
can't
it right
think.
ticking.
I can't
You
think.
can hear it
I-
ticking.
I
Hey,
Ebbs
the
would-
smoke coming out of his ears here.
There
We
is, there really is.
We
Uh,
can try
wait,
to
it's
simplify it. What about
what
the
game-
worst game you've ever streamed? Maybe would that help it? Maybe.
No, because I stream bangers.
Oh, I love that.
Fuck, the worst game I have ever played and not gone back to. I would probably say, okay, I would probably say The Darkness 2 because I loved
Really?
the first Darkness so much. The script, the graphics, the demons.
Mm.
Even though the second Darkness had the same voice of the demon, Jackie,
Mhm.
it turned into like a kind of cell shaded game, and I just wasn't invested in it anymore. I didn't complete it, put it that way. I was just like, it's good, but it's just not, it's not the Darkness for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
So there you go, Ebbs. Darkness
Love it.
2.
Well done, Ebbs. Well done. Taylor.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go about work and things like that now, Stu. Obviously, I know you said you're a secretary, aren't you, for the NHS?
Mhm.
What did you want to be when you were
What
younger?
did I want to be?
Yeah.
I've never had aspirations.
No.
I've done bar work in the past. I fucking love bar work. With how
Mm.
sociable I am, and just the fact that you can riff off people and you get your regulars, and to be honest with you, mate, if I could earn enough money cleaning toilets, I probably would do that.
Yeah.
However, as much as I love the NHS, I'm now 2003 I started the NHS, so I am now so invested. I get 30 days holiday a year plus bank holidays,
That's bloody good.
pretty decent pension. In today's times, I'm not paid too badly, even though like bills and rent kind of
Mm.
Yeah.
takes out of that. Yeah, so I'm quite happy. My mum was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma years back. She's been in remission for years. Don't worry.
Mm.
But I
I'm
kind
glad
of,
you clarified.
yeah, I've always enjoyed making people happy, and the fact that I'm actually, no offense to anybody, be it
Mm.
now or after the fact that I actually feel like I'm making a difference.
Mhm.
And I'm not just working for some conglomerate that's like probably into like tax evasion and whatever, possibly,
Mhm.
maybe. I'm not saying anybody is.
Yeah. Yeah. We know what you mean. We know who you talking about.
It's
Stu?
all theoretical.
So yeah, I didn't really want to be anything in, well, that's not quite true. if I was good at maths and if I was interested in school, considering how much I like aquatic animals, namely dolphins and killer whales, I would probably love to have been a marine biologist. But yeah, that was just after seeing Free Willy and falling in love with orcas. Like, orcas are so amazing, and going to Florida as well and going to SeaWorld.
Oh,
Even
Love that, love
though
that.
you could argue with the
Enclosures.
political
Yeah.
correctness
Yeah,
of that
all that
whole
sort of
thing.
stuff,
Yeah.
that's a debate that we may not want to open up on.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't
Let's
got
not
time
go
that
there.
for ages.
Pinky, you are up.
Yeah, so I want to go on the back of that because I know you said obviously about orcas and things like that, but if you could earn enough money doing anything in the world, what would it be?
To be completely honest with you, streaming. If
Yeah?
I could be, I know it's probably never ever going to happen, but they say have your dreams, right?
Yeah.
If I could be the next Cloud or Stroud, I should say, or the next Ninja or whatever. But yeah, actually be like, I'm not in a negative way, but quite a lot of these streamers, big streamers, are quite young people. So to be able to be in my 40s and actually feel like, I don't know if it's arrogant to say, but feel like I was helping people, like to have an open and mature discourse, and if somebody asked a question but wasn't disrespectful with it, to be able to answer them. And yeah, that would be quite nice.
I love
Because
that.
then-
Understandable.
Good aspiration to have, mate. Very good.
Thank
So
you.
is partner something you would look to do you reckon,
Partner
or is that
is something that I would love, babe, to be honest with you. However, Fated to Perish is, or has been streaming now for a year. He regularly gets over and above 70, be it with or without raids, and he's still not partner. So if somebody that prolific isn't partner after all of that time, then you need to start being honest with yourself. And it's all well and good having aspirations, but then if you're not realistic,
Yeah. So sort of make
Thing
it
is-
it's a nice idea, but you could aim towards it over the years, like build it up, not hope you're going to get it straight away, kind of thing.
yeah, and not be disappointed if I don't.
Yeah.
I say be worried about what you can control and don't really worry about what you can't, although that's easier said than done.
Always.
Yeah. Would you mind if I grabbed a quick drink? My glass is empty and I'm
Go for it, mate.
yeah.
Go for it.
By all
Thank
means.
you. Be our
No
back,
problems.
people.
No worries.
So, those in chat, guys, obviously we have got a lot of questions. Thank you so much. Keep them coming in. We can only ask them when the time is right. It's quite difficult because we don't want to go off topic and go back onto it. So I don't want to bounce around too much, guys. So we do miss your question. I do apologise. But do keep coming them in, and we will ask them out when we can if it's the right point to ask the question. But so far, guys, you've done amazing. Some decent questions so far. Keep them coming. You're actually making my panel. The panel members got an easy job at the moment because you guys are asking so many great questions.
Keep them coming.
I think the worst thing is half the time they're the questions we've still got to ask. The next question I'm thinking of asking is like it's in chat already. It's like,
Yeah, that's what Brian keeps doing to me. He keeps telling me
Let
my
me get
album.
into that actually, because I'm not right there. Let me get into
Chat have
chat.
done really well. They've done brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Sorry, peeps.
No problem.
okay.
So you can hear us all right, yeah? You all good? You can hear
Yeah,
us?
yep. I'm all good.
Luna is ready for your question, pal.
Okay, so when's your next Drunk by Daylight stream?
Wait. Sorry, can you repeat that? Drunk
So
by
it's Dead by
Daylight.
Daylight. It goes to
Yeah.
Drunk by
Oh,
Daylight.
yes, Stu. Yes, Stu. That's what I'm talking about.
Just because you went back for a drink, I had to do it now. I had to say it.
I mean, this is a big question. This is what we all want to know.
Oh gosh. Do you know what? I would have to commit a night, so I'll say next Friday night for you and everybody
Yeah?
else. Next
Yeah.
Friday night, Drunk by Daylight. considering it's going to be like my last night before a week's leave, so that'll be appropriate.
Love it.
Definitely.
Love it. Well done. Well done. Good question, Luna. Taylor, you're up.
I want to know more about these Drunk by Daylight streams, to be fair.
That much?
Why is it tailed in them?
So literally kind of like Friday night, like obviously Dead by Daylight, and where I tried to be like witty and funny, like I just thought, considering I've got a redeem on my fucking channel for Make Me Down a Pint.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mistakes
Oh,
were
brilliant.
made.
Oh, brilliant.
You know what? I think you should have. I think you should let it get even more messy. Every time you get hooked, you should take a shot.
Yeah.
Fuck that, mate. I'll be on the floor.
This is why when I did the drunk Mario Kart streams, I deliberately didn't say make me take a shot. I put it in there once, and I learnt my lesson. Never do it. Never do that.
But I've been wise in that I space it an hour. Well, it's at 45 minutes at the moment, but it will be an hour. I have 2 per stream and like 1 every hour. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
consider
You
I
don't want to be
stream
getting
like,
out there.
yeah, completely. And plus that, I don't have the money to like have fucking cans lined up. Like, do you know what I mean? I go out and I buy cans, and then I've got enough cans until I'm out. Fuck off.
Fair
love
point.
it.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
I wish to die for you has a good point. If you just play as killer, you'll never get hooked. You'll be fine.
Well, I've never played as killer actually. Still not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you could play as any killer, which do you think
Yeah.
would be the first one you'd go for? Which is the one you like the look of most?
Wesker, because he's an overpowered bastard.
He
Like,
is.
he can fucking
He really
close
is.
gaps. Like, he can be over there, and you're just like, oh, hello, mate. Fucking hell, your breath's a bit bad.
Oh, Wesker, what a prick.
What
Is that
a
your
prick
question, Pinky?
indeed.
Is that your question?
Yes, on it. I'm going to expand upon it just to make sure it sounds like a proper question from me. But which is your least favorite killer to come up against in Dead by Daylight?
Again, Wesker, because he's a prick.
Fair point.
I haven't been against Wesker yet.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
have
you're
you not?
grateful.
Oh, yeah.
I've only just reinstalled it again.
Mate. Bend
an hour and a
over
half
and
ago.
get a fucking
Wesker as
colon
well, man.
exam.
Sorry, what did I say?
Fucking
I was about to say, all I heard was colon exam because we
I
were
said
talking
bend
over each
over
other.
and you'll get a fucking colon exam from that fucking arm that Wesker's got.
So, Luna, just going to interject real quickly, just give your other half has asked a question. So, Stu, the question is there any horror franchises that you would love to see in future DLC that aren't in the game already for Dead by Daylight?
Gosh, yes, I would love to see. Gosh, I would love to see the Fog. I reckon the Fog would be like fucking amazing, just like to have like everything ease over. Because
Do
you
you mean, like-
can't really see it. Like, do you know what I mean? I mean, you can see it, but you don't know. Like, I don't know. Gosh, what's not been done already? Killer Clowns would be awesome.
Nope.
No.
In fact, that reminds me about the Killer Clowns game coming out. I can't fucking wait for that.
I'm sorry, what?
Nope.
There's a
That's
Killer
what I was
Clowns
about
from
to ask as
Outer
well.
Space game coming out, where you
Is
play
it-
as like the Killer Clowns or Survivor
Ooh.
against.
I think Campy might have mentioned it before. Camp Survivor. What is that game? What is the game?
So it's going to be like Dead by Daylight, like 4 survivors and then like certain clowns, I suppose.
Okay, so that what would I call it? Is it? I don't know.
Killer
But basically that's-
Clowns from Outer Space, the game, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Great
mental.
title, people.
Why we playing that one? Why we playing that one?
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
a
call it a
compliment.
nope.
I don't know. That put me on the spot there. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like Ghostface, Michael Myers, like, is Freddy in it yet?
He is,
Like
yeah.
Freddy is the
Yeah.
killer. There you go.
You know,
So,
I'd
like,
like. Do you know what? I'd like to see some from the 13th Ghost movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like
that would be
Juggernaut.
brilliant.
Juggernaut would
Juggernaut,
be
yeah.
awesome.
Yes, that could
Yeah.
be a really good one, actually. I wonder if there's like some sort of copyright rule around them, because that's what you also have to be darting in between. Because it's the reason
That's
why
the
they
problem,
lost the Demogorgon, because their copyright laws changed and they then couldn't use them anymore. So maybe that's why it's not in there already.
Oh, Pinhead. There you go. Pinhead should be in there.
Isn't Pinhead in there? He's
He's already
in there,
yeah, he's
I
a
think he is in
Cenobite.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a Cenobite, but he's not Pinhead himself, is he? I
Yeah,
don't know.
They're much the
looks
same.
like it. He's got
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
pins in his fucking head, so
Probably Pinhead then.
I love it. I love it. Luna, do you have a question?
Yes,
Is it
I do
still
have a
Dead or
question.
Daylight?
So,
Oh,
is there anything
for
that you're watching in on Netflix or Prime or anything that you're watching that you recommend?
Yes. Not watching at the moment, but I've just finished The Bastard Son and the Devil Himself.
Ooh.
Really, really good. It's an English series, but I think it's got like American influences. So like I
Okay.
don't often like English productions because they look like quite drab. I suppose it's just like a matter of filter. I don't quite understand. Again, I'm a secretary, not a filmmaker. But yeah, like it's quite a deep story, quite violent. I like my gritty things.
Yeah.
The Watcher was absolutely amazing.
That was good, wasn't it?
Jeffrey Dahmer
Oh,
story,
Dharma.
absolutely amazing. Gosh, Good Girls was it called? And Dead by Me. Like there are so many amazing. Lost in Space was absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
love
I
Lost in
love that
Space.
film.
Classic.
Series, that film.
Yep.
Well, it's film too. You can count that, Tate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll just pretend you didn't mess up there.
Gosh, yeah, fucking what's his face? Fucking Joey out of Friends in that suit.
Matt LeBlanc.
Matt LeBlanc.
there we
there you go.
We said Stu Dream World again. I thought you were about to say Gary Oldman then.
No. No. Although Gary Oldman makes me think of Bram Stoker's, which was such a classic.
Fair
I've
play,
always
fair
reminds me
play.
of Fifth Element.
Yeah, Fifth Element.
And Leon, No Women, No Children. Fucking hell, that was an amazing film as well.
Haven't seen that one.
No.
Have you never seen Leon? Fuck me. Gotta watch that. That's a classic.
Taylor, you're up, Taylor.
Sorry. Oh yeah, me is it? It's me. Yeah, I'm up. So Stu, I think I know the answer to this one already. But sports, mate. Any sports?
Meh. Don't really like football. I was raised primarily by two women. Mum and dad got divorced when I was 3. Mum and sister didn't like football, so I was never really around it. Golf, meh, okay to watch, great to play. Love Rory McIlroy. For shallow reasons, baseball, because the men look quite hot in those uniforms. With their nice tight tushies.
They are pretty tight, aren't they?
Yeah, they fucking are, mate. They
Not
do
that
some
I've looked.
squats, I tell you.
I was going to say you're failing into that one there.
Taylor's got a bet.
Well, coming out now, Peter.
And American football for the same reason. Some guys look really hot in their fucking gear.
What, in their body armour?
Yeah.
So you say rugby, mate. Rugby's a real man's one.
Well, no, because they got the fucking cauliflower ear holes, isn't they? I don't like
Yeah,
all
because they
that.
don't wear helmets.
That's their fucking problem, not mine.
Oh, I love it. Love it. I got a quick question here for you as well. Again from chat, from RTX again. Stu, is there any series that you have started, but it didn't hook you as much as you thought it would?
Yes, Better Call Saul. Other people love it. To me, it just didn't grip me as much as Breaking Bad. Gosh, other series. I would say, oh fuck me, that's quite hard. The Dark. I think Danish, quite well thought of. I didn't really get into that. Game of Thrones, I didn't get into. I watched a few
Oh.
few first episodes, and I was like, "Actually, I don't like. I like being invested in characters,
Yeah.
and whenever I play a video game, like Overlord or whatever or Fable, I'm normally the good character because of who
Yeah.
I am, I suppose." And so many people in Game of Thrones were just complete arseholes, and I was like, I don't want to watch this.
It's hard to
I
root for them when they're all
wanna see it.
assholes.
I have enough fucking arseholes in life. Why do I want to fucking see it on TV?
Valid point is a valid point. Pinky, can you compose yourself and ask a question?
Yeah, yep, I'm fine. So I'm gonna go with movies. Going on from TV. What is your favorite movie of all time, and why?
Oh gosh, all time. Can we go top 3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
top 3.
Of
Go for
course,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Lost Boys.
hmm
When I was younger, I think I was like 9 or something. My mum went away, and my sister, being 6 years older than me, had friends round, and I was given 2 choices of films, and I think I made the right choice. It was either The Imp, which was like B movie trash, even though it's fairly good, or Lost Boys, and I went for Lost Boys, and it resonated with me so much. Flight of a Navigator, just because it's a classic, and I'm into my sci-fi, and this kid goes into space, and there's like this zany kind of AI shit kind of thing, weird
See you later,
creatures.
alligator.
Yeah. I get around. And Labyrinth.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I fell in love with Ludo. Ludo is just Sarah, friend.
I'm surprised you
Like,
weren't
he's
talking about
just-
David Bowie in those pants. Like, seriously.
Oh,
forgot
I
to say
know.
that, Ninja.
I watched it many years later when I was sexually aware, and I was like, "Fuck me, that guy's got a cock on him."
Honestly, I've never seen him in a time where I found him attractive until that movie.
Oh, I know, right? Fucking
Mhm.
hell, like young man.
He's not a young man, I'll tell you now.
He
He's
was
not a young
back
man.
then.
Yeah,
was back
true,
then.
true.
Yeah, like we're talking like what, fucking 30 years ago or now, some shit.
Oh, was it that long ago? Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Something
man,
like that. It was in the
yeah.
80s. In fact, it's got to be
Wow.
more than 30 years because it was before I was born.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
fuck off.
Yeah, all right, Pinky, yeah.
Cut,
Sorry.
cut.
Don't worry, I've got her sorted. She's muted, don't worry. Looney, you're up while Pinky's on timeout.
Twinny, you bad girl. Right. Favorite genre of game and least favorite genre of game, and why?
Favorite, I would say RPG.
Mhm.
Because of the skill trees and the points and the fact that it's hopefully player driven to a certain extent, and how invested you can become in the worlds. Least favorite FPS, i.e. first person shooters, because I'm in my 40s now. I don't have the reflexes and the dexterity to go bang, you're dead. I go, oh, there's a player. Do I shoot? And then by that point, I'm dead.
There's nothing
And
worse than being
that's
killed by a
a good point.
13-year-old than telling them to bang your mum or something.
Yeah, or walking
Or the
into the
teabag,
arena
yeah.
and just being like sniped like halfway across the fucking map. It's just like when I used to play
Yeah.
Call of Duty way back in the days, I used to run around the fucking knife just like stabbing people. Like, yeah, like fucking go for it, like hell for leather.
Oh, I love that. Great question, Luna. Taylor.
Mhm.
I heard you say Fable earlier. So, which one's your favourite Fable?
Be careful, Stu. I'm a massive fan.
I was about to say,
love
there's only
Fable.
one right answer here.
Yeah, me too.
I would probably say 1, just because of how
Okay,
new it
you're all right.
was.
You're okay.
Hmm.
First introductions with the demon doors and
Yeah.
having a pet and just again being evil, or just it was such a different game for its time.
It was.
Yeah.
Being able to buy houses and rent them out and
Yep.
Yeah.
things like that as well.
Sexual
Getting crushes on like
And-
characters.
Hmm.
And the I think the British humour. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The
Snap your
bit
thigh,
of-
my son.
Yeah, it added that twang to it, which actually the Americans loved at the same time. So we found it funny. Like, God, us Brits were like, "Oh, so British that joke," and the
Mhm.
Americans were like, "Fucking British, that's fucking brilliant." And we were like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's all right," but we loved it. That's what it's for.
I got it. That's what I loved it for. I loved too because I loved Reva. Like Stephen Fry just made that character for me.
Yeah.
Okay. See that's a bit of knowledge that I wouldn't have had like stored in my brain, kind of thing. It's
Look.
amazing just how different games impact us in different ways, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can
Yeah.
kind of riff about a game, and yeah,
it's okay.
amazing.
We can all agree number 3 should have been written off, right?
Uh,
Well.
you,
No, I
I
don't know.
enjoyed it.
number-
I did as well.
Okay.
Number 3.
Sorry, chat. Just gonna mute the panel. There we go.
Oh, burn.
Oh, power's going to his head right now.
I think so.
So Stu, got a question from chat though, buddy. Genuine question. I like this one. Will you be playing the remake? And are there any new or features you would have returned from the previous games?
Remakes. Yes, I can't wait for Dead Space remake.
Okay.
What they seem to have done with this game is amazing, and I'm a little bit sad that Callisto Protocol is coming out at or around the same time, because I feel that Dead Space remake is going to be overshadowed, and that sucks a little bit, because
Yeah.
Dead Space resonated with me so much, just like walking down a slight path, but also being able to like click right stick and be able to like find out where your next path was. Like you could go it alone if you wanted to, but then you always had that assist with you. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, you had the options there if you wanted to use them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
completely. Hearing a sound and thinking, oh, shit, one's going to break out the fucking bed, and it doesn't. It's just like, and then it does, and it's like, you can't.
You bastard! What you done? What you done?
The writers of that game were just like on point.
They were definitely agree with that. It's a shame that they went bust. That was the
Yeah.
worst thing about it. Pinky.
Yeah.
I want to try and go back to that question because RTX then clarified it was about the Fable remake that he was asking the question. So, are you excited for the Fable remake? And
Oh,
is there anything you want to come back into it?
yes, definitely excited for the Fable remake. The fact that we have still only seen CGI doesn't worry me, but I don't know. It's hard to get invested into a game where you don't really know anything about. Like, to digress from Fable slightly, one of the things that I loved about the Outer Worlds 2 were like, it's got this and it's got this and it's got this and it definitely doesn't have this, and like they really played around with the trailer, and you got to feel what was coming. But with Fable, the remake, we don't know anything at this stage. So yes, I'm invested. However, I'm not holding my breath. As much as I want to stay positive, I've now learned, sorry to ramble, I'm nearly finished.
No, go
I've
for
now
it.
learned, thank you. I've now learned it's great to be excited, but don't count your chickens, because then if it comes out and it's not something that you expected, you're not going to be really disappointed, right?
Understandable. Was there a
Yeah.
game in particular that really disappointed you that you were really hyped for?
Not really. Not really, I suppose. No, nothing that really stands out.
Okay.
Love that. Okay, that's cool. Pinky, is that you done?
That was me done, yeah.
That is you done. Hello, Luna.
Hello. So, what's your favourite of all time actor and actress?
Oh gosh, that's hard. Okay, actor. And by the way, no, I won't say that. Actor, Robin Williams. What
Oh,
an
yeah.
absolute fucking legend.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Just the way he can make people laugh, and how he was so good at voices, and he had like this, as we know now, this internal struggle that you could never actually visualize. Nobody knew what this man was going through.
No.
So yeah, definitely Robin Williams. Oh, actress, I would probably say overall, I'd probably say Sandra Bullock, the movies that she's done. The Net, you're talking years and years ago. In fact, I actually watched it a little while ago and it still stands up. Apart from the whole dial-up thing. It was quite funny.
It's like a trip down memory lane there.
I know, right? But the way that she got invested with that role, and you knew it was a film, but she played the role so much. You thought, okay, spoilers, like it was from years ago. So if you've not watched it by now, I apologize. But spoilers, like you were invested in the fact that she had her whole life deleted, and nobody but one person believed who she was and things like that. And you really, really felt for her, because sometimes digital data is open to being manipulated.
Yeah.
As we've learned kind of lately, fuck me. Yeah. GG's.
Still making up new words for our language now.
But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling again. Sorry.
That's
all right, mate. These are your questions. Stu, I've got to ask you, mate, because I read an article today. So Chris Evans, Captain America, has won the sexiest man of 2022. So we want to know Stu's sexiest celebrities, top 5. Come on, Stu, let's hear it, mate. You got top 5 to pick from.
Chris Evans, I would definitely agree with. Like Johnny Flame out of Fantastic Four. Like,
Interesting role to pick for him. Probably his least popular role, and you picked that one.
No, because there's a moment in one of the films where he comes out of the shower and he's just in a towel, and I was like,
"Oh, is that when he's steaming?"
Hamana. Let me just go off screen for a moment.
Come on, Stu. You're not white. You've got 4 more to go yet, mate. Come on. Back in the room, bud. Oh, damn.
Gosh. Can we go from past, or are we talking current?
Anybody you want, mate.
Okay.
You want.
Jason Patrick from Lost Boys. Oh my gosh. Michael from Lost Boys. Woo.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Put him on the
Ryan
spot,
Reynolds. Very hot. Yeah. There's so many, but I'm trying to think of
we can leave it top 3. It's not a problem. I just love, honestly, the power to you that you're so open about it, and I love that we can have this conversation with you, and it's fucking brilliant. That's the reason I asked that question.
Hayden Christian.
Oh, really? That's controversial. Okay.
Yeah, in the film Jumper, he was so fucking hot. And Keanu Reeves, because in Speed, where he pulls himself from up under the bus and he's got that whole vein popping. Woo!
Oh dear.
There you go.
The guy doesn't seem to have aged at all.
I know, right?
Like, he still looks as good as he did even back then. So I wholeheartedly agree there.
Yeah, I still would.
Taylor, sorry, mate. I've given you something to try and top for that one, mate.
I'm basically going back to streaming a little bit. Stu.
That's nearly twice. It's like you're trying to push your luck.
He is.
Basically, like, we all have our shit days where we think, we're fighting gremlins and things like that.
Yep.
And sometimes it can be hard to push through that forced stream. How do you go about that? Do you just do it? Is there anything you do in the build up to it? Like, you're having a really bad day mentally or physically,
To be honest with you, mate, quite honestly, and again, going back to questions way back, great advice. If you're not feeling up to it, don't stream. There is, I won't mention his name because maybe he won't want to be mentioned, there's a big streamer that's gone through something recently, and he tried to stream and he just wasn't in it because his heart wasn't in it, because his brain wasn't in it, because of all the in real life shit that was going on. And he wrote to Twitter and said, I'm really sorry, people. My brain wasn't in it. I think I may need to take some more time off. And me and obviously lots and lots of other people were like, don't worry, dude. If you need to take more time, take more time. And the people that really are there for you will be there for you when you come back.
Yeah.
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 Love that. Love that.
Wholeheartedly agree. Whoa, sorry. That threw
Sorry,
me
went a
completely
bit
there.
deep.
That's all right. No, it was more I wasn't prepared for the shift in tone, so my brain's just still on the previous subject.
It's like, I'll get her back. Look, watch Giggity. There we go. She's okay. She's back. There we go.
So I do actually want to go back on something because it was something I wanted to ask a couple questions back. So Robin Williams, obviously you've mentioned Sandra Bullock and you really liked her in The Net. What film is your favourite that Robin Williams has done, or what role has he played that was your favourite?
Easily,
why?
Mrs. Doubtfire, because
Yeah.
he played that role so fucking much. The way he was able to shift and then become somebody else, and then just it's so versatile. Do you know what I mean? Like there was so many talents to Robin Williams. And that moment where he threw that fucking lime at Pierce Brosnan's head, I laughed over and over and over again. Like, just fucking God, mate. And that whole, Figaro, 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 Figaro. Figaro su. Figaro su. Figaro wa. Figaro wa. Figaro do. Like, it was brilliant.
Oh, so good. Luna.
We broke Luna.
I'm just thinking about that. Oh my god, that was a good question. Though. In your opinion, even not my opinion, is there any game that should be remastered but hasn't yet? I'm going back to games now, by the way, guys.
Oh gosh, that's fine. Remastered that hasn't been yet. That's quite hard. I would say fuck me, that's really tripped me up. I would say
I would fuck me. Okay, interesting.
All medicine ago we do anyway, right?
Oh my god.
I okay, to get out of jail free card, I would say The Darkness 2, but more like the first and not actually like the second was.
Okay.
Just to give purists that feeling.
Okay.
Good shout,
No,
good shout.
valid answer. Very valid answer.
He's so proud of himself, though. Look at that. He's proud of that answer. Yes. Tony, you're up.
All right. I'll stick to gaming then.
We don't
Someone
need to.
comes up
Guys,
to you, Stu.
Sorry to
Says,
interrupt, mate.
Stu, create a game. Create your perfect game, ideal game. What would it be?
Oh gosh.
Ooh, what a question.
3 main characters would be
gosh.
what was it?
So-
Ryan Reynolds?
Do you remember? Or Ashton Kutcher? Actually, I never thought about that. So do you remember the old film way back when with Eddie Furlong, and I can't remember who the demon was, and it was called Brain Scan?
Oh,
How
gosh.
the game generally reacted to what you chose, and how it was very. Do you remember the old FMV games? How it was like full motion video, and
Yeah.
everything that you did like led you on to the next point, or like with Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone books, where it was like you've got this, turn to page 60 for this, or
Pick your own
do
adventure.
this, and like that would be fucking awesome. And you could work it into like geometric stuff and like smartwatches. So like if your heart rate got above a certain rate, then the game got harder or whatever. Like, yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
That's a
Like having it
genius
linked up to
idea.
you as a body. Like
That is a
Yeah.
genius idea.
Would
Absolutely
you-
fantastic idea.
would you have it so that you felt physical stimulation from the game? So, for example, if it's linked to heart rate, obviously you have a bit more technology. Would it be a case that you'd feel pain and pleasure through the game, or would you just leave it as an experience in your head only?
So not pleasure, because that's going like the Emmanuel route, like these weird films from way back when.
Take my damn pre-order. Take my
Okay, maybe I should say like pleasant sensations, like the wind rustling through your hair, rather than pleasure. This opens it up to a whole nother kettle of fish.
Careful how you word things, Pinky. Seriously. Oh my God. Who's this fleet snack that's pre-ordered this? Wow.
Spent many a time shaking my wrist with this behind over at them movies.
It's like going through the Steam's like first page all over it.
But yes, possibly worked in. Like there are already those suits out there that you can wire sound through, and then you feel kind of pressure and things like that. So yeah,
That's really
certainly.
Cool. It's a really good idea. I really like the heart rate idea though, because that's something they should be able to do now. You know, you got your watches that do monitor your heart rate. That could be quite easy to implement to the game. I think that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I suppose.
Kitties on screen.
Kitty!
Wanting to become famous. I suppose like Wii Fit and things could perhaps work that in to actually get your heart rate. Maybe it does. Look at me. I've not done Wii Fit.
Love that. That's brilliant.
Just the honesty of that one. I love that.
So, Pinky, you're up with a question.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with something that, after it, always seems to get a very divisive answer here. What is your favorite console of all time and why?
Oh, gosh, good question.
Mm-hmm.
I would say console, probably the Atari 2600, because that's what.
Oh, wow.
Apart from. Yeah, so when I said the Master System, it was because the Master System was the first console that was bought for me. But Nanny and Grandad gave me their old Atari 2600. So like stuff like Space Invaders and Joust and Breakout, like where you used to fucking hit a ball against a fucking wall and shit. Like the early fucking Breakout games, like, do you know what I mean? Like they're still out nowadays, like fucking modern versions. And Muppets in Space, like that was really good as well.
I love that.
So yeah, Atari 2600, and you can't beat Space Invaders. I mean, fucking hell, I'm Pac-Man.
The stress of it getting faster and faster will always sit with me. I can't.
And trying to hit that fucking shit that goes fucking past.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the ones in the arcades nowadays? So they've got them almost like little dot screens. They're massive. They're basically Space Invaders, but on a huge screen. Have you seen them? Oh, they're a headache waiting to happen. They're awful.
I haven't gone to arcades for such a long time. Sorry, Fleety, go on.
That's okay. So, Luna, sorry to interject you again, but it's your other half again. All right, it's easy to free me, Luna. Okay? But it's a genuine great question. And so, Stu, RTX has asked, if you could create a game, who would you voice? Would you do the villain or the hero?
And I think who would voice your hero and villain? He's saying.
Oh, who would? So, of course, yeah, if I could read properly, that is the right answer. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. So if somebody could voice my hero and villain,
your hero here. Who would voice the hero? Who would voice the villain?
fucking hell.
He has clarified it could be anyone, so it doesn't have to be someone famous. It could be anyone you want.
The villain would have to be. Is it Roddy McDowall? He does an awesome villain. Roddy McDowall was from Tank Girl and the old Wing Commander series, I think.
Okay.
And hero, I'd have to say Ryan Reynolds, because Deadpool, I mean, that guy was covered the whole entire time and he fucking did an amazing job. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Love that. Great. Luna, you're up.
So this is a bit of a controversial question, but I was reading an article the other day about a VR headset. Now, the headset has like 3 things on the point that go into your brain. And basically, if you die in real life, if you die on the game, should I say, you die in real life, what would, First of all, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, see, that's really interesting because, again, with being how old I am, I remember a film way back when called Arcade, where people would plug money into it, and it was this arcade that used to move from kind of like location to location. And once you plugged into it, once you were playing the game, your consciousness was transformed or transported, to the game. And then if you died in game, you actually died in real life. So that's quite interesting. Obviously, fact, it should be never invented. Like,
Yeah.
game is
Yeah.
a game.
I agree.
You shouldn't have to worry about incurring
Consequences.
damage because you fuck up in the game. That's too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well done, Luna. Taylor?
I'm going to go to reading, Stu. I just want to know if you do read any books, and if you do, then what type do you read?
Normally fantasy. I have read horror, but unlike where I can watch horror on TV and it doesn't really bother me. If it's a book that I'm reading, I once read a book called Exquisite Corpse, or got halfway through, or maybe even less, by Poppy Z. Bright, who's a pseudonym for Alice Rice, who wrote the Vampire Chronicles.
Okay.
And she was so descriptive with what was going on. I just couldn't read it anymore. It literally turned my stomach. I remember one of the books that I loved was Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Fucking love that book. So good. Or chick lit. So to be more positive, the Shopaholic series. So Becky Bloomwood, and she was like into shopping, and just like I resonate with that character because I'm also really bad with money.
I think that resonates with a few people. That's probably why it's so popular. Did you watch the films of that, by the way?
I did. Was it also Cecilia Ahern that wrote P.S. I Love You? Love that book. Cried so fucking much. Film was okay, but meh, not as good. Same as Misery. The book Misery is amazing. The film, absolutely amazing, but still not as good.
I was about to say that answers my question then, because I was going to ask, would you go for the books or films being better? But I think I might have my answer.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I'm going to interject then, Pinky. While I think of another one. So, Ebbs has asked in chat for you, Stu.
I'm sorry I'm not reading chat, peeps. It's just I found them
That's
really
all right, it's all right.
distracted.
That's all right.
What's your favourite book that you've read?
I think I probably answered it. Probably Jurassic Park. I'll give you another one though. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil was also a film that was really fucking good. Misery, The Cell by Stephen King, that was really good.
Oh, Cell was amazing.
Cell really was fucking amazing and a really interesting concept as well.
A bit messed up in the end, though. Did you agree?
Yeah, completely. Yeah,
Stephen King, what do you
there's a few
expect?
books. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you very much, Stu. Pinky, have you actually got a question?
I do. So, in terms of authors, who is your favourite author to read?
Gosh, author. I would probably say, her name escapes me now. The one that done Shopaholic series, Sophie Kinsella, I think.
Sophie
That's
Kinsella.
it.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Sophie Kinsella's a great author. Really witty, real funny shit, but still dealing with serious shit as well.
Got to admit
Yeah.
that the wife has got all her books. She's absolutely mad on Sophie Kinsella.
Yeah,
So,
I love that. GG's to your wife.
On the back of that, on the back of Twinny's thing. So basically, if you could be in any storybook or film, what would it be and why? If you could be in,
Question,
there
isn't it?
in real life.
Oh gosh. Again, quite scary. It would be. So like you don't know. Quite scary it will be. Probably Jurassic Park because just
Yeah, that was
dinosaurs
scary.
fascinate me.
I get that.
Yeah.
Surprised you
Love
haven't
that.
made one yet. A dinosaur, I mean.
Maybe they have. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. I don't really want to see a T-Rex running around the slow here. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. Taylor, so guys, just going to jump really quickly. So we're going to do one last round, Stu, and then we're going to do some quick fire questions for you. So this is the last round of questions, guys. So panel members, if there's anything you really need to ask, let's do it. And those in chat, this is your last chance to ask questions. So Taylor, let's go.
Yeah, Stu. So, for me, for instance, I can't watch if I've seen a movie and then they make there's a book of it. I can't read the book if that makes sense, and vice versa. I can't watch a movie if I've read the book because I'm always comparing the two.
Yeah.
Like, do you find that similar, or are you you've read Jurassic Park? Are you going into the Jurassic Park movies and then saying, "Well, this isn't in the book. This is bullshit"?
No, because they're separate entities. They shouldn't be treated as the same thing. It's like going to, I don't know. It's like going to one circus and then going to another and expecting the same thing. Like, it's not always going to be the same thing. It may be the same format, but it doesn't mean you're going to see the same thing.
Good, yeah, good analogy.
Oh,
there,
Cat
yeah.
Cam.
I like them.
Kitty!
Love it. Don't worry, Stu, you're still starting the show, but she is a close second.
I love the fact she seems to have gone round in a little circle as well, because we didn't really go the other way, we didn't go back way twice.
Love it. Pinky?
Yep, so I'm going to go on to a subject we haven't touched upon much, because obviously we talked about soundtracks, but music. What is your music taste? What are your favourite genres?
There you go. Sorry.
There you go. Now she's going the other way. She's proving me wrong. But what is your favourite
Sorry, Daddy.
Sorry, Pinky. Could you repeat that, please, love?
what is your favourite genre of music?
Oh gosh, I would have to say pop, because that's what got me into the whole thing. Like, people have said when I'm out, like, I dance quite well, but that's just because that whole steps thing, how like it was all very like clicky and like, do you know what I mean? Very choreographed. So yeah, probably pop. And it goes like spans fucking years as well. Like, and even crosses genres. So like Leanne Rimes, like Can't Find the Moonlight, great pop song.
Oh,
She's done country as well, like Bridge Over Troubled Water, which I fucking love. So I think I've got quite an eclectic taste in music. The only music I don't really like is shouty rock. Like, rah, rah, rah. To me, that's not music. I'm sorry. Sorry to offend anybody. And classical, I generally don't like classical.
Ah, interesting.
That's fair. That's fair. Luna?
So I know you like cooking. You've said on your streams many a time. Have you had any cooking disasters? I have to say it. I waited right to the last minute.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I love you, bitch. Yeah. So yes, two incidences within the last couple of months, I think, because I've been far too inebriated. Drink responsibly, people. I once left on the slow cooker all night and went to bed and was really looking forward to these slow cooked chicken wings, but they were just like, obviously by the morning, just like charcoal, really, really bad. And then even worse,
so
it
excited
took me
about it.
ages to actually clear it out and clean it.
Oh.
And then, yeah, when again with chicken wings, I went to bed.
This seems to be chicken wings both times.
Yeah, I get drunk. I'm like, chicken wings. And basically, I put on the chicken wings like, I don't know, half an hour before I finished or something like that. I mean, I just like kind of like raided out, closed my stream, and kind of like went to bed and left the oven on all night. So when I came through, I was like, "What's that smell?" And the front room was really warm as well. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't think, "Oh shit, I could have burnt it alive." I was like, "Oh fucking hell! How much did that cost to leave that on all night?"
A proper sign of times. Not am I going to die? It's oh my god, my heating.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, panel members, do you want to start getting your quick fire questions ready? Just while I ask one question from the chat for you, Stu, because I really like this question actually by RTX. If you could form a band out of your community members, who would it be and what instruments would they play?
Can we talk about silly bands and then serious bands?
Mate,
Yeah.
the whole
Well, no,
thing's fun.
it's only
all
going to
fun.
be a
It's all
silly
fun.
band.
It's
only gonna
fun.
be a
It's all
silly
fun.
band. Yeah. Yeah, it's all fun. So Fated for vocals, Fated to Perish. Boomer for backup, because I sing on stream and he's just like out of fucking tone, like time so much. It's like, fucking hell, this ain't around, mate. Like, at least if you're gonna fucking join in, like, fucking pick up the pace and like get in time. And then Spandy on drums because he's got like the fucking hair and the beard for it.
Love that. Love that. And obviously you, Stu, out there singing, right?
Yeah, or guitarist actually.
Okay.
So you have
love
three
to play the
vocalists and a
guitar.
drummer.
Yeah, so like bass or something, or maybe electric guitar, like fucking Gary Moore and like Van Halen and all that lot. Like, just
Love it.
fucking their riffs, amazing.
Oh, brilliant. Right, so Stu, we have come to the quick fire question part of the podcast, mate. All right, so the panel members are going to fire literally really quick questions to you. So,
as quick as we can, anyway. We're a bit slow.
like, for example, I'm just going to say you don't have to answer obviously this one, heaven or hell, and all you got to do is just give a quick answer. All right, mate.
Right.
Try not to overthink it. It's just the first thing that comes to your head. You're not judged on it. Unless you do something really silly, then we'll obviously laugh at you. All right. All right?
Yeah, you do something really controversial, but like
just enjoy it, mate. Have a bit of fun. Hopefully,
people often laugh at me. I'm fine.
So, panel members, are we ready? We're going to go in the order that you are in. So, Tate's going to start it. Luna, you're going to go last, and obviously we repeat that way, guys. So, Tate, take us away, pal.
Yeah. All right. So, in honor of Vin, normally he goes ass or tits, but obviously, given you're not a lady, you're not ladies, ass or ballsack.
Ass, definitely.
Okay.
Clean ass, no, clean ass.
Clean ass.
Yeah.
Pinky. Okay, we'll skip Pinky. Luna.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
Okay, 19. Okay, Taylor.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No, definitely not.
Oh.
No. Pinky, you proposed?
no.
Okay.
Chicken wings or sleep?
Oh.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Okay. Luna.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Pub or club?
Sorry, say that again.
Pub or club?
Pub now.
Okay. Taylor.
Fable or Warframe?
Warframe.
Pinky.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with tea or coffee. Let's go generic now.
Coffee.
Art museum or history museum?
Art.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Horror or comedy?
Horror.
Roommates or live alone?
Live alone. 10 years now, 11 maybe.
Oh,
Love it.
definitely. Brad Pitt or Chris Evans?
Going now, Chris Evans.
Gonna go with beer or cider.
Beer, definitely, because I'm allergic to sulfites.
Oh,
Silly hats or silly socks?
City socks.
I'm going from one in chat with RTX. Length or girth?
I didn't look at that one. I was waiting.
Go there. Go in there. Fucking RTX. Another question. And he fucking goes there while I can't.
Next door.
I would. Oh, you can't both. You can't answer that. I'm gay, so
You can
like
say both.
not too big that it pokes shit, and not too fat that it fucking breaks me.
Okay, fair play. Well done. Pinky?
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna nick the one from Vin because it's kind of funny. Sarah or Boomer?
Sarah.
Ooh.
Oh, he
Good
answered.
choice.
Fair play.
I'm telling Boomer.
Yeah.
I'm telling him. I'm telling him
Boomer?
tomorrow.
Boomer will know that. Boomer knows that I think he's a cunt, but he's a lovely cunt.
Yeah. Funny movie or dramatic movie?
Dramatic.
Okay, horror book or fantasy book?
Fantasy.
Movie or TV series?
TV series.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Pizza or burgers? Cheeseburger.
Ah, cheeseburger every time.
Oh.
Rain or snow?
Snow.
Would you rather be smartest person or richest person?
Smartest.
Morning owl or morning bed or night owl?
We've already had that. Well, no, we haven't actually. Night owl. Night owl.
Night owl.
Sorry, Tater.
Pinky, I'm just going to interject you. You might compose yourself. I've got to
Yeah.
ask this question because Vin is in chat. Vin is also a panel member.
Hey, Vinny.
And he has asked the question, spanking or wanking? It's a question he has asked.
Wanking.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time
go.
I live by myself, I do it a lot.
There you go, Vin. We're missing you, pal. Pinky.
I'll just compose myself, you bastard! Okay. I'll just go easy. Sonic or Mario?
Mario.
Luna?
See the future or change the past?
See the future, actually.
Watching people in baseball shorts or in American football shorts?
Well, their baseball shorts aren't shorts; they're pants, and definitely baseball. Whoa.
So,
Come
would
on,
you like to be
Pinky.
able to speak any language, or would you like to be able to speak to animals?
Any language.
Save 100 strangers or one loved one?
100 strangers, because as much as it's painful to lose a loved one, you have to argue. I don't know. I don't know. It's that whole sacrifice thing. You don't want to sacrifice something, but to save 100 other people, I don't know. It's that's hard, but I would say 100 others.
Okay, 100 others. Okay, Taylor?
I had to yet again, Ryan, you twat. Man boobs or squidgy bum?
I can't really comment because I've got fucking moobs myself. But I'd say squidgy bum.
Okay, good you, man. Fair play.
Everyone loves a squidgy
Right,
bum.
Ryan's on fire. Ryan is absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
Rudy's going to beat him up after this, I think.
Bastard. Yeah.
Please tell me he sat there giggling hysterically in the other room,
Yes, I can
please.
hear him in the other room. Literally. To be honest, it's a good egg.
Are you in my Discord? Because if you are, Ryan, you're fucking out, mate.
What have you invited yet?
So, Stu, got a question for you from Ebbs in chat quickly before we go to Pinky. Humans or pets?
Gosh, as much as pets are innocent, and as much as humanity can be shit, like there are so many amazing humans out there. I would have to say humanity.
Fair play to you, mate. Fair play. Pinky?
I think you're like the only person that's given that answer so far.
Fair play to you.
Okay, so would you rather work as a police officer or a doctor?
Doctor.
Okay.
Success or happiness?
Happiness, definitely.
Sega or Nintendo?
Sega. Sega.
Vin's happy.
Sorry.
So Vin will be very
You'll
happy.
be happy with that, yeah.
Okay, holiday in the UK or holiday abroad?
Abroad, definitely.
Skill or popularity?
Sorry, say that again, Luna.
Skill or popularity?
Popularity.
Okay. Guys, this is the last round. This is the last round.
All right, I'll go for this one with Vin. Who would you oil wrestle with, Fleety or Tater?
Oh wow!
Uh,
Don't worry, Stu. You haven't got answer.
Fleety, because I'm already a hairy bastard Tater, and he looks like a bit of a
Yeah,
smooth
there we
boy.
go.
Wouldn't mind going to him. Slide off better, innit?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Pinky, you were up. He's broken.
I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. Let me.
We'll come back to Pinky. Luna.
Tattoos or piercings?
Oh,
I thought you was going to say
God.
penises then. I was gonna say penis. Definitely penis.
A fine job. Fine job. It's the dirty bugger, not me.
I would say tats, definitely tats. Ink over piercings. I don't like to think about Prince Albert. No thanks.
Ooh,
Go
love
anywhere near
it.
my ass.
oh, God.
Okay, Pinky, you got the last one?
I'm going to use the one that Ebs has put in there, so I do apologise.
Really?
because-
You're going to go with
Yeah,
that? I'm trying to
I'm going
avoid
to
that
go
one.
with it.
Oh, God. Here we
Okay,
go. Go on
so
then.
Ebs has asked this, so you can blame her, them, sorry, in the mouth or up the butt.
In the
So
mouth because I
awkward.
love sucking cock.
Fair play, Stu. Fair play for
Fair
us.
play. Very well done.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Can't believe
So,
it worked.
Stu, we are approaching the end of the podcast. It always goes quickly, mate. It literally has nearly been 2 hours already, buddy. It's been absolutely incredible,
Wowzers.
buddy.
Thank
So
you.
what I need you to do, mate, this is the end of, obviously, this is your final closing moment, mate. So can you please let everybody in chat where to find you, when you're planning on streaming, and if you can try and keep a regular schedule. If not, or just as and when, it's not a problem. Let them know all your information, all your socials, and any shout outs that you want to do, mate.
Thank you very much, Fleety, and everybody else. Pinky, Luna, and Tater. You're all brilliant. Yeah, so ZFG Gaming, or sorry, to be precise, ZFG _ gaming _ 117, because ZFG Gaming was taken, cunts. For Twitch, at Stu Lindsay 1, STULINDSEY 1 for Twitter, which is my main platform. And I also have my own Discord, but that, unfortunately, due to recent events, is invite only. So if you would like an invite, please whisper me. I'll be streaming hopefully tomorrow night. Schedule from now on, and I'll update it, will be Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Nice.
Hopefully, or maybe either or, Saturday or Sunday. Just to give myself a bit of break. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully all later. Thank you very much.
Love that, Stu. Been absolutely superb, mate. Thank you. And chat, you've been absolutely on fire today, guys. It's been absolute pleasure. It's been
Take care.
hilarious, good fun. So thank you, everybody. And obviously be on the VOD, it'll be on YouTube, guys, so you know where to catch it. Stu, again, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it, giving up your time. And guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Stu, if you could just stay on, mate, while we say goodbye to everybody, and we'll have a catch up afterwards. So bye, everybody. Panel members, you've been fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.